the video rolling, the live
Yeah,
stream.
y'all can start having like
Well,
lost footage or something.
well, if I thought about it, I would just hit record and I could have just had it. I didn't even think about it. Everything is like if y'all go on YouTube, everything is rolling. It's just got breaking podcasts with no audio. I just now turned the audio back on,
Cool,
so people
cool.
can actually hear us now.
All
Okay.
right. Well, we're gonna come back into the sports now. So let's get with it. Gigi, you still there? I always check to make sure.
Yes,
Okay, because
good.
you can drop off of Skype quick. All right, we coming back with it. Yo, yo, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us through that break. Welcome back to more of the Ball and Beach podcast. Once again, I'm your man, B. Spence.
It's your boy C Jeezy
And together we are the Black Beatles.
in the city.
And again, we do have our guest with us today. We have Miss DJ
Yeah.
Bombshell on the show with us again.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm here.
he ain't on the
with a
microphones, but we got DJ Deuce on the video too. You know what I'm
with a
saying?
flex bomb for
Doing what I can.
bombshell.
Doing what I can.
Still there. So now we're gonna get into a few of our sports topics here. And I got some good ones. But the first one that I do want to talk about is, a lot of people have been talking about it. The NBA has been having meetings and conversations about getting rid of the one and done rule by the year 2020, by the 2020 season. So the NBA is wanting to change it to go back to how it was before, where kids can come straight out of high school instead of having to waste a year in college. So I just want to get my co-host and our guest host just want to get their thoughts on, how they feel about that. Should they do it that way, or should they keep it how it is, or do something different?
Who's starting now?
Go
Whoever
ahead,
wants to.
bombshell.
Um, you know what? This has been a topic that I think about periodically, and initially I was for it. I thought that, or I believe that they should go to college. You should get your education, blah blah. But you know what? The game has changed, and I'm starting to see things with a different eye. The third one, and I think that a lot of times these rules are set against us. So with that being said, I am for it. I think that they should be able to go straight. Um, they should go straight to the league, and college will always be there. Their athletic ability may not, their health may not. Let these young men, these young women get their money, stack that up, and then they can always go to college or pursue college, on the off seasons like some other players have done. So yes, I think this would definitely be something for our community in specifically.
What do you think,
Hmm.
Jeezy?
Well, I'm gonna go opposite.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say I think it should go to 2 years that you gotta go to college. But I think they should pay the players while they're in college for their likenesses, and I think that'll cut down this whole movement of people getting paid when they're not supposed to.
Hmm.
And because I think the main reason why a lot of players go pro is not because they have the capability of doing it, is because their family needs the money.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just think it's steps because anywhere you play, when you grow up, you play t-ball, then you move to machine pitch, then you move to slow pitch, then you move to actual live pitch, and I just think it's levels to it. Like you go from JV to varsity, or freshman JV varsity. I just think a lot of players that would be able to go would just go because of the money and not because of the talent. And I think it's going to water down the NBA because if you look at it now, like I was telling somebody the other day, who's our future stars?
Hmm.
You can't. They're very small. They're very thin. Like you got your Kevin Durant, you got your Greek Freak, you got your Paul George, and then after that, everybody else that's a vet or somebody that we look up to as a superstar is about to retire in the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this new wave of players. They're not as good as the Magic Johnsons and the Michael Jordans and the Carmelos and the LeBrons because of the simple fact that I I don't know. I just feel like it should be it's a step up. Just like with NFL, you're not gonna throw a high school player straight in the NFL because more than likely they're gonna get killed.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, my brother.
So
But
it's just I think it's that level that's necessary. Not necessarily saying that college isn't important because it is for some people.
it's
College
definitely
isn't for
important.
everybody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like players who go to college go there just to advance the NBA. They're not going for education or you know
Mm,
what I'm saying. Like I said, they go for the money.
yeah.
So I feel like they should get paid a stipend. If you make it to here and you got good grades, then they should be rewarded for that. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you get a scholarship, but what happens after that scholarship money? It's like you can't provide for your family who's sitting at home starving. You know what I'm saying? And you going to a school that you really can't afford, but you're there because you got the skills to be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. What you think, B. Spence?
I'm kind of well. Let me try to explain it the best that I can. I do believe that the one and done rule was useless. There's no purpose in having somebody say you can't come out of high school. You got to do 1 year in college. Well, okay, they're gonna go to college. They're gonna go to some classes the first semester. After that first semester, they're not going to class anymore.
Mhm.
They're
Right.
just there to play basketball. You would, I think you brought up a good point when you said they need to play at least 2 years. Either you're going to come out of high school or you're going to play 2 years in college at a minimum. So, and what I always come back to is the way that Major League Baseball has their amateur status, and I think that's
Yep.
a
Mhm.
great setup how they have it, because you can come out. If you're a senior in high school, you can go to the draft, get drafted, but if you don't sign with the team, then you can go ahead and go to college,
Mhm.
but you have to play for, I believe it's 3 years if you do decide to go to
Right.
college in baseball. So you kind of have both choices that you want to do, as opposed
Right.
to, if I sign with an agent, I'm just done with amateur wise. So I think that's something that maybe that they can look at in that regard, but I don't, they probably won't, because the NBA doesn't have a farm system as good and structured as Major League Baseball. They do
True.
have, they have the G League, but it's not as robust and built up as the minor leagues in baseball yet. But I do think it's a step in the right direction with them, first of all, getting rid of the one and done. Come out of high school if you want to, but I think they need to add on to it. If not, then you have to play. I think it is different from football where they have to play three. I would be good with them having to play 2 years in college. So that's what I
And,
think.
and you wanna know what's crazy is now, and I'm starting to see the trend because I personally know a few players, who are in that situation right now. It's like, okay, you go 4 years to a school and you play ball, and then now it's like you're 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? With really no outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you play basketball doesn't guarantee you going to NBA. So you see a lot of players go to college, get their education, and then they go overseas and get tax free money, you know. And I feel like if you take the one and done out and you make it where you can go straight from high school to NBA, I feel like that's where a lot of players are going to end up is overseas or in the G League, the
Mhm.
D League, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying, and never ever make it to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, at NBA level. Therefore, if you go to college 2, 3 years and people see you and you get exposed, you got a better chance than saying, "Oh, we got this high school kid who's pretty good, but we've never seen him against a grown man."
Mhm.
But some kids is ready out of high school though.
Some are, but that's the thing. They're ready because we're basing it off what we've seen. Like Zion Williamson, everybody thinks he's like the best player. He's the next LeBron and all that. Is he really? Is he really? I
What
don't think
what
so.
what nobody's gonna be the next LeBron. You know, that's gonna be hard to do.
I mean, I know I'm saying it, but just like that, they was doing LeBron like that when he was in high school. Oh, it's
That's
because of
true.
Jordan.
But
It's
you know,
because
we
of
can say
Jordan.
LeBron was. Well, let me ask you this: do you think that Anthony Davis played 1 year at UK? Do you think that he would have been ready straight out of high school?
He, I'm not saying he wasn't capable because he's rare. He's a rare player. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody with the skill level who probably could have went straight from high school to the pro. You know what I'm saying? But think about all the other people that was on his team. Those type of cats had no chance.
They
You know
had
what I'm
a.
saying? So
It was a lot of players from UK though that probably could have went straight out of high school that only did 1 year. You got
yeah,
Anthony
they probably
Davis, you got John
that's true.
Wall, you got DeMarcus Cousins.
Mhm.
Hey,
That's true. But I guarantee
Eric
that
Bledsoe.
they'll tell you that the first and well the best move they ever made was going to college in 1 year.
I mean,
You know what
I,
I'm saying?
I'm with you. You know, I definitely had the opposite opinion, but you have swayed me a little bit. I
Don't
do,
say that.
but
Don't give him that.
I agree now.
Hey,
I mean, I
hey,
feel what you're
let's talk.
saying that these players definitely need to be cultivated a little bit. I mean, with personality and with or not personality, maturity level, and maturity level on the floor too. Um, I guess I would like to add with mine. Maybe they could do. Um, well, they would have to do mandatory summer leagues with the players or something, or
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
be red shirted or something like that for a season or two before they can
Actually, that would be dope.
actually get out there.
You know, I do want to add too. I do agree what Jeezy said. I do agree that the players should be able to get paid off their own likeness.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
We
I mean,
they
because
be
that's
they,
that's really what holds. That's really what determines
All of
if
those
you go or
jersey
not.
sales.
yeah, the university
Francisco
gets so much
Francisco
money off those
Garcia,
players.
for example, he was a hell of a player. His family was struggling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, we're going off your hype. You know what I'm saying? We're going off what you bring to the table compared to what other players have shown. So, are you going to take a guy that's played 3 years in college and succeeded, in the Final Four, got a lot of experience, you know what I'm saying, was up for a total amount of awards? Are you going to take him? Are you going to take this 17-year-old kid who's never been outside of his city, who has the skills to play? Which one are you going to take if you're an NBA team?
Depends on how good that 17-year-old is.
Who's the player?
But I'm saying, but we're basing his skills off a high school level. Because you can look good in high school and go to college and stink it up. Because we got players, I know a few personally who I thought, in high school, I'm like, damn, when they get to college, they gonna kill.
Brandon
And they
Stockton.
got to college and got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
It just
Who'd you
depends.
say, Deuce?
Brandon Stockton.
Brandon Stockton.
Perfect example. Matter of fact, before Calipari got there, all the UK players, they was winning Mr. Basketball, and they would go to college and didn't even play.
this is a throwback. Sebastian Telfair. I think
Mm.
that it's like
Telfair.
that
Perfect example.
definitely explains what you're saying. If he went to
Perfect
college, he
example.
would have been developed better, and his career would have been better. I mean,
Exactly, it
but
changed
he
them.
was so
But
they needed money so damn bad.
That's what he get for
so
not enrolling
bad.
at U of L. That's
Yeah,
what he get.
I
How
swear.
about that?
And so you
No.
would have went to U of L, but then you turn around and say, okay, Kobe Bryant went from high school straight.
Yeah,
It's just Kobe.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
There
like
are
it's like I said.
exceptions, but
Yeah,
Those
it's
big
exception.
names,
exceptions
those
to the
names we
rule.
use the one word. We don't have to say their last name.
Yeah.
Kobe, LeBron, Jordan.
Hmm.
You don't get them no more. You
Right.
say a motherfucker's name now, you like who?
I
And then you
swear.
gotta say, oh, that's what's the name that went to Butler for 3 years. You like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know who this motherfucker is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I just feel like the money is the issue
Yeah.
because that forces people's hands.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in high school, you go to college 1 year, and your mom's at home and she can't pay the bills, and then you can't get scholarship. I mean, your scholarship only gives you so much.
Mhm.
Now you turn around and you got agents in your face like, oh, your son has the potential to do this, and we gonna give you this because we know you struggling. Now you getting put in a predicament where you hindering your whole career, not just college. You hindering everything.
Sign me up, Jack.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock that because hey, we struggle. You know what I'm saying? I struggle, so I know. But at the same time, is it worth it at the end of the day? When you could just say, hey, well, this is a college player that everybody likes. They buying his jerseys. Let's give him 50% of what we make on his jersey sales.
Yeah.
Players should make
What's wrong with that?
they should make more than 50% of their own likeness. It's
Yeah.
my likeness. I should get 70% of that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
that's
mean,
just my
I'm saying
opinion.
50, I'm saying 50% because they give him zero.
Right. I
Right.
see what you're
You know what
saying.
I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
At least give him something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and the
But
crazy
it's
thing
my
is,
likeness. How you not gonna
Yeah.
pay me
It's
off
crazy.
my
right,
likeness? Like
right.
y'all, they was making video games with these guys' faces and stuff. You better break me off some of them chips with dip, bruh.
Yeah. I
But
guess
you
this
gotta
is
think.
a.
You gotta think. Think about Zion Williamson, bro. I'm pretty sure now. I'm not saying I don't know his financial situation, but I know based on his skills, he's gonna be straight because somebody's always gonna be throwing him money, throwing his family money, throwing him cars, whether he gets caught or not. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a plug or outlet because he's like one of the very few people in high school right now they think can be in the league. You know what I'm saying? So what about these other four guys who are really dedicated to the game and put just as much work in as he does, and they family straight?
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this is a testament to this is how our generation, the new generation is forming. They don't have a lot of patience, and this may go
That's
against to
facts.
curating their maturity level and making sure that they know the importance of being patient. With that,
That's fact.
yeah, with that they may, I don't know, that definitely could be some type of domino effect of some bad stuff. So I mean, I'm with it, but I definitely feel everything you're saying. And we, at the end of the day, we have to think about them and how they're gonna be because they're our future. But this may
Yeah.
not be good for their patience. They think I
Man, I
got it,
think
I need it, let's do it. When
yeah. Now
they'll
don't get me
sabotage
wrong.
themselves.
Don't get me wrong. I'm with y'all
Yeah.
on the side of you know what I'm saying. There's nothing I want to see more than anybody succeed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm all for people succeeding. So if you good enough to go and you can go and they'll let you go, go. But I'm just saying it's always a flip side. You know what I'm saying? What
Right.
about you know what I'm saying? Because what about the guy who gets up every day, 5 in the morning,
Mhm.
gotta catch two buses, you know what I'm saying? He goes home after his basketball practice, he has nothing to eat, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't even have the money to buy the proper equipment to wear. You know what I'm saying? But he's on the same team as a guy who he's not even smart. All he does is play basketball. That's the only thing he's good at. You know what I'm saying? And he has the skills to go to another level, but they work just the same. You know what I'm saying? So how does he get, you know what I'm saying? He gets all the love and all the perks of being a basketball player, but the same dude is trying to get where he's at doesn't get anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I mean I feel both sides because if you got the skills to go, go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking that.
But also think with how the college basketball would turn out. Like if all the great players are going straight to the NBA, how is the
Yep, that takes away from college
yeah,
I
how's
basketball.
think
that
it'll
gonna
be
be?
better because it's gonna be more parity. It won't be the same teams
True, true,
every
true,
time.
true.
But
It
see,
it's
at
gonna
the
be
same
different
time
though
though,
off top.
that's true. That's true. But if you notice now, a lot of people are going to these little small schools because they can't afford to go to the big schools. They might get the scholarship, but Yeah, scholarship's cool, but what about those who don't get the scholarship and they gotta pay tuition to go to a school and they walk on and play basketball? You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying? They on campus broke. You know what I'm saying? And all they got is they name. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it goes in both ways,
So
man.
at the end of the day, the players deserve some money in some way.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
pretty
Mm-hmm.
much.
They should pay college players, and I feel like the college basketball game would be so much better because not only do you got, you know what I'm saying, think about how many players left a college early because they didn't have the money or their parents didn't have the money to live.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, I'm going to the NBA. I'm gonna get paid. Well, what if they was getting paid? Well, then you'll have 4-year college players. So then we would have seen Anthony Davis and Boogie play on the same team.
I
And
don't
then
know. They
those,
were still really good. They still probably.
no, I'm just
Uh,
saying. I'm just saying. That's just
I
an
can see
example. I'm not saying
like
that.
a player like if you remember, I can see that being the case for a player like a Samardo Samuels. I remember when he
Yeah,
left early because his family needed the money. Now we
exactly.
all know he should have came back to play some more.
Exactly. Just like Ray Spalding right
You know what I
now.
mean?
I
So
guarantee that's what they was like. I can't believe Ray went. Oh shit, I do. Because he had 2, 3 people in his face saying, we gonna get you this $1 million. If you want to go right now, we can get you to go. We can get you in the league. We'll get you with this coach over here. We'll develop your game. You don't need to go back to college. And when you hear shit like that, of course you're going to bite. But we all know good and well, even though he's good, he should have came back to school.
we'll see how it ends up when we get to 2020. We'll see if they change that rule. What I want to get to now, is, we'll stick with the playoffs, and let's just have a little NBA playoffs update. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of games.
Ah,
The final first round series ended today, but before we get to that one, of course, Toronto won their first round series. Utah Jazz won their series, beat OKC. Of course, Golden State won their series against the Spurs. The Pelicans won their series. Pelicans is looking real nice out here, except for the first game against Golden State.
right.
But and also there was my man C Jeezy, he picked a particular team to win a particular series, which did not come to fruition. Fellas, ladies, everybody, we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers. If you've listened to any of the previous episodes, you know that my man Jeezy was saying Indiana's gonna beat them. Indiana's gonna win the series. After go back and
I
listen to the
did.
episode after game one when Jeezy was hype. You seen it? They beat Indiana, beat them. It's over. It's over.
Hey,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will take. I'm a real man at the end of the day. Hey, I will give you your props on Cleveland advancing,
Bruh, it's LeBron
but
James. He doesn't lose in the first
but
round.
it was LeBron James. And LeBron showed up, but guess what, bro? And we not talking fans here right now. We talking realistic. If the
That's all I do
Indiana
is talk straight
Pacers,
facts.
no, we gonna talk facts now. If the Indiana Pacers, with the team they have, gave them all they want in 7 games, then if you're LeBron James, and he even said in the interview after the game, I watched it. He's a little nervous playing Toronto, bro. The Cavs are not as good. They even the announcer was saying it. They're not as good. They're not as talented. They're not as deep. And Toronto's got 10 players deep.
Look at this
So
cat.
I'm not hating. They advanced, and congratulations to you. Hey, and I wish you luck on this next series. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Why,
I'm
why
gonna
not?
surprise
Why
y'all.
not? Make
Now
a
he's
pick again.
quiet.
No. I'm surprised to say that it's gonna be an interesting series.
I
But
think it is too.
but it's good because this has really been a good playoffs, bro. Like overall, like
In the
to
East, it's
see.
been a good playoffs. In the West, it's been horrible.
Well, see the thing with the West is it was a lot of teams who were like OKC. They should have never like they play no defense. They have no identity outside of three players, so they really shouldn't even been in there. I wish they wasn't in there because that was a waste of a series. But now Utah, they getting their issue. The
But
Pelicans,
in that first round, what none of them series competitive in the West.
no, and exactly, bro, because we know what's gonna happen. We know it's gonna be the Warriors and the Rockets. Everybody, I mean, we've been talking about that since the beginning of the season. That's who's gonna play each other. Utah don't have a chance, and the Pelicans don't have a chance, as we seen in the first games. They might win a couple games,
But you know how it
but
goes. You can't go by the first games, as you very well know.
hey, bro, Steph Curry didn't play, and they won by 23. Rubio's out for maybe the first three games. Utah is relying on Donovan Mitchell only. Donovan Mitchell is a hell of a player, and he should get the MVP, but they're not good enough. So we gotta
Yeah,
look at the
Utah
East
don't have enough
to get
players.
the East. The East is gonna be the competition because Boston and 76ers, that's gonna be good, and Toronto and Cleveland, that's gonna be good. As long as we keep Drake off the court. Guys playing.
Hey, so who do we want to make some picks for these series? I don't know. I don't even want to. I don't even want to. I mean, let's just make the picks in
If
the
you
East.
ask me, it's basically me pulling some names out the hat because I didn't keep up this season.
That's okay.
We can make picks in the East because the picks in the West is just like duh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's gonna be Rockets Warriors next series. We
That's
know
what I'm
that.
saying. We know that Golden State's gonna beat the Pelicans. We know that the Rockets is gonna beat the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? So let's pick some teams in the East. So I'm gonna go with
Well,
Cleveland over Toronto. I know that you're
of
going
course.
Toronto over Cleveland because you're a hater for
Hey,
LeBron.
what? No. See. You think you know me? You think you know me? I got you. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. Depending on what Raptors team show up, if we get that same Raptors team for the last 2-3 years, then LeBron is going, bro. Because I don't know what it is, but it seems like the Raptors are always cold until they run into LeBron, and all of a sudden
That's how every
they
team
just
is.
they lose their skills.
That's how every team
But
is. They cold until they
if,
run into LeBron, except for Golden
if
State.
Toronto plays team
Go
ball,
ahead, add that in there.
if they play team ball, they can beat LeBron and them. I'm not saying they will, but they can. And in the other series, give me the 76ers.
76ers in
Ben,
Boston.
Ben Simmons,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons and B, that's too much for Boston. They don't got a big man. They relying on Al Horford.
And
I,
Kyrie ain't
I,
even in there.
Kyrie's not there.
I might have to go with Philly in that too. I think I got to go 76ers with that. 76ers over Boston, and then LeBron and them over the 76ers. He's going to
But
beat
I
his
will
young
say
protege.
this. Only reason why I want Cleveland to go forward is because if they don't, the 76ers might sweep Toronto. At
I
least
don't know
LeBron
about
never
that.
give them a game.
Well, I mean, LeBron's going to give them 4 games apiece, so, you know what I'm saying, and win the series, so. You know what I mean?
So, all right, well.
Hey, man,
Here we
I
go.
told you LeBron's going back to the finals. Now, I don't know if he's going to win the finals, but he's going back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, in your case, I hope so, man.
All right, all right.
I'm gonna take the. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna take the Jeezy path. I'm gonna take the Corey path today, and I'm just gonna wish you luck.
Okay. That's what's
You know
up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little
Please
different.
wish
I'm
me
being
luck
different today, man.
because
It's Sunday, man.
this is my farewell Cleveland playoff tour. You know what I'm saying? You know, LeBron he hit me with the text the other day. You know what I'm saying? We communicating and he's like he's leaving Cleveland after this year. We heading west to the Lakers. So all my Laker fans, you know what I'm saying, save that seat for me next year. You know, it's gonna be Laker up in L.A. with LeBron. So this is our Cleveland farewell tour.
I need you to do one thing though,
What's that?
and this is no hate. Text him and tell him cut it off. Him and Durant. Him and Durant. Cut that shit off y'all's head. Y'all sitting here looking silly. Durant look like he got tatter.
Oh
He
man.
I know
just
y'all know that back in
needs
the day.
coconut oil
Your
and a
mama told you.
brush.
Your mama told you not to wear nobody's hat. Cause you gonna get tatter.
Man, he need
Durant
one of
look like
them.
he got tatter in his head, bro.
He need one of them boar bristle brushes. You
he
know what I'm
didn't
talking
have a
about?
he didn't have a
And
daddy though,
LeBron ain't
right?
got no roof, bro.
His
The
daddy
roof's
didn't teach him
gone,
how
bro.
to brush his hair. That's all it is. He
Mm,
didn't train
mm.
his hair.
That's what it is. You got to train your hair.
Yeah, he didn't train his
You got
hair.
to train it.
He needs, we're over pink lotion. We stopped using that about 6, 7 years ago. But he need to go back to pink lotion with the do rag and start over.
Man, he
Shout
need
out to Pink Lotion.
pink lotion, baby. You only need it a little bit. You
Yeah,
only need it a little bit.
it's stretched.
No,
Okay.
he need to go back and get some of that Murray's to keep it in place, so
Man,
it don't
what you said.
it don't do like that. You know what I'm saying? It can stay that way.
Quit it.
LeBron's favorite song is that Cali with Jay-Z
For
and
real.
Beyonce.
Cause he gonna brush it, and then once he shoot that first jump shot, it, hey
I took the
man,
time on the Maybach.
I'm telling
Tears.
you,
Quit it. Oh my God.
look like one of them ice cream drumsticks. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
yeah.
man.
That's how you know, like, he's never had a woman that really cared about him because I'd be damned.
You know what? I had a joke right there, but I kept it to myself. So
That man,
maybe I tell it off her, but it was funny though. So yo, that was a dope segment. What we're gonna do now? We're gonna stop. We're gonna take one more quick break, and we're gonna be right back at you with more of the Ball and Beats podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, thanks for sticking with us through that last little break there. Welcome back to more of the Ball and Beats podcast. Once again, I'm your man, B. Spence.
It's your boy C Jeezy
And again, together, we are the Black Beatles.
in the city.
And we are,
Hey, I swear I go hard with that.
I know it, I know it.
You
They
do.
be, you know what I'm saying? They be hating on it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was hating on it one episode. But you know what I'm saying?
12.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's all gravy train. It's all gravy
Hey,
train.
B Spence. Hey, I got out Booger Malone one time. The only reason why we was outside of Virtue, and 12 was coming out with his little chicken from Gerald's, and me and him both at the same time called him Eddie George, bro.
He does look like Eddie George.
He was like Eddie George, bro.
Eddie George with the Cowboys, though. Not the Titans. Eddie George
Yeah,
with the
right.
Cowboys.
So take that, 12. Yeah.
So,
Try to call us Bebop and Rocksteady, nigga.
hey, them shits was funny, though.
It was funny.
That was funny. When he said Timon and Pumbaa. What I say?
Hey,
Which,
it was funny.
I said, which one of us is Pumbaa?
That's all that matters.
He killed us.
Yeah, he did.
He
He did.
stayed with the jokes. Oh my goodness.
So we're gonna get into our hip hop topics. I got a couple topics here. The first one I want to go ahead and start with. This is kind of like just something funny that I read up. I always like it's just funny to me. You know, 50 Cent gets into it with everybody on Twitter and
Right.
Instagram and everything. So recently he took a couple shots at Jim Jones. I guess Jim Jones put out like a shirtless picture, like he's posing or something, trying to look cute or whatever. I guess what he's doing.
Now I'm about to
But 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, went in on him. Jim Jones didn't take too kind of it. He was like, "Yo, do we need to meet up and shoot the fair one, shoot the fade?"
Oh my goodness.
So,
That's so Jim Jones.
and because that's what he tells everybody. We can shoot the fade, shoot the fade, shoot the fade. So, what do y'all think would happen if him and 50 Cent did shoot the fade?
I don't know.
What's gonna be that outcome?
And I hope it's a better outcome than his album.
Oh.
Hey man, that's a hater because Jim Jones had a good album.
Oh no.
I like that Jim
Bruh.
Jones.
I'm with,
Nah.
I'm with C Jeezy. I can't.
That shit was garbage. And the only thing that made it good was all his features on there.
I like that Jim Jones, man.
I'm looking. Well,
I don't think he got a song by himself on there, bro.
I don't care. The album sounds good. I don't care
Hey,
if you got
but
a
nah,
bunch of
for
features
real,
or
if
not.
they got, hey, now, I don't know, bro, because 50 Cent, bro, he do a lot of talking, bro, and don't
Mhm.
back it up, dog. I think what he said about, when he hit the Rick Ross with that, with the, if he dies, he dies, bro.
Hey,
was
that-
the
that-
last
that-
straw.
that was
that was-
trash.
It was trash,
You thought it was funny?
but it was.
Oh my gosh. No, you know what?
Hey.
I've been so over 50 for so long because
It was
he
trash,
just be
but it
doing
was
too
what-
much.
It was
It
like
was funny.
it was the most
was
funny
funny.
thing that he said in a long time.
So y'all be with the antics.
I'm with the shits.
Oh, my
I'm with
goodness.
the savage shits. Yeah.
Beast Spence is with the shit.
That's exactly what it
50
is.
Cent,
Savage. He's
I
so savage.
I think he's a bitch for real. He ain't
Yeah.
gonna do nothing.
So you don't
It
think
would.
he got street cred? I mean, he has street cred, but do you think he can back it up? He can walk it like he talks it?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think
'Cause
so.
you've
I
never-
think he
you've
think
never
he's,
heard of it.
I think
Yeah,
he
me
think he's
neither.
tainted.
Yeah.
Like we know that Jim Jones tried to go and fight like 50 people at the Rucker. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
He actively
And we
still gets in this
seen
shit.
Cameron run. We saw
Yeah,
Cameron run.
Cam ran.
But we seen Jim trying to fight everybody. So man, 50. Only thing that I noticed happened with 50 in a fight is when he got stabbed by Freaky Ty when it was the Murder Inc. 50 Cent beef back in the day, and 50 Cent they put out a restraining order on Murder Inc.
Hey,
you ain't
I
got to throw
hate
in
to
that
say I
restraining
hate
order.
to say this because it sounds so
That
bad, but
EPO.
it's so honest. It's so honest, bro. But it sounds so bad. But I see why the nigga got shot so many times.
Oh yeah, he talked
Oh,
too damn
man.
much.
He trying too many people, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna try the wrong person. Cause really, he never won against Ross, bro. Well, every time
Of
he went
course
at Ross,
not.
Ross came back and
Right.
Of
destroyed.
course he didn't.
Yeah.
Nah, he didn't. I mean, let's keep it
I
real. 50
enjoyed
Cent's
that
rap
Ross
career is
music.
over.
It's been over, so that's not even a part
Yeah.
of this discussion or any type of
He thinks
conversation.
he thinks he's caning, bro.
He
He
Bro,
don't
thinks
he,
realize that's an act. He thinks he's caning on power, bro.
for
Bro,
real.
you acting.
His
You
best
acting, bro.
bet,
Yeah,
You not. Come
his
on, bro.
best bet is to stick with the TV shows and the movies. Ain't nobody.
Exactly.
Although 50 Cent he did have a song on Tidal that I listened to that I think was kind of dope. I don't remember the name of it, but
who produced
50
it?
Cent.
That's who
I
you
don't
need
know.
to thank.
But it's a decent song. But yeah,
Mhm.
his I'm not. I don't know anybody who's checking for a 50 Cent album at all.
No.
He probably doesn't want to fight Jim
No.
Jones either. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I don't like. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Jones,
It's not
hey,
worth
the
it.
only thing that kills me about Jim Jones, bro, is
My turkey
like
falling down.
when you rap, I think you're supposed to have like some type of like difference in your voice.
Yeah.
He talks just like he rap.
Yeah. I was just about to say it. He
Jones,
talks.
what's up, boy?
That means
What's
it's
up, bro?
authentic. That's what that means. Authentic.
Okay.
Nah,
I'm a Jim man. I'm sorry. I'm just biased. I might be a homer. I just been a Jim Jones fan.
Nah,
Since,
I like the the Summer in Miami. I love that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Diary of a
Yeah.
Summer album.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diarrhea, yeah, I like that. I like the Hustler joint too.
Let me-
But
Yeah.
I based one of my life goals off of that song. I heard Summer in Miami.
It's beautiful.
And I felt like, one day I'm gonna make it to Miami in a drop top with the wind
Shit.
blowing through my hair.
Yes. Oh, I'm be in Miami in 2 weeks. I'm about to play that ish
I
now.
don't even want to hear that.
But I'm sorry. But
But I did make it to Miami in the drop top, a
Ooh.
BMW drop top, of sports car. You
did
know
you
what I'm
play
saying?
the song?
I had to play the
You
song.
have to play the
I
song.
played the song, wind blowing through my hair. I was out there. You know what I'm saying? Tank top on, taco meat to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Living.
yeah, he really was, dog.
I love that.
He really was. Thought he was on the video.
I love
Hey,
that.
I did think I thought I was in the Summer in Miami video.
Yeah.
When the song was playing, I thought I was in the video.
I definitely used to daydream when I would listen to that song. You just took me back. I'm about to leave and I'm about to play that ish right now.
It's nothing like Miami.
Yeah.
Hey, so Bombshell, you going to Rolling Loud?
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
what's
Yes.
up.
Yes. I'm excited.
We had something.
Yeah,
else to talk-
he'll whoop 50 Cent though, bro. I'll whoop
Yeah.
50 Cent.
I'd have to take them if they shoot the fade.
Oh yeah.
Jim Jones.
Off top.
Koofy smacker.
But it would never get to that point. 50 would never. He would make up some type of
He prob-
story.
He probably have security stop Jim
Yeah.
Jones before he gets
Yeah,
there.
security's gonna be stopped, but then he's gonna concoct some type of story of how that went down. I was with
Yeah.
it, but
Well, he's police after that shit he did with Young Buck. Had his shit recorded, had him on there crying and shit.
Yeah, that was
Had his
super
phones
lame.
tapped and shit. That was some old police shit.
That was real lame.
yeah.
Cause I rock with
He
Young
looks
Buck
like
too.
an
I
undercover
his
I
cop,
like
bro.
Young
If you look
Buck.
at wearing the vest and shit, he's an undercover cop. Now he's feds, now.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to do. So we talked about Jim Jones and 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a media whore. We can say that.
Yes, we
Let's
can.
go from one media whore to another. Let's talk about Kanye West, what he's got going on, all of the
my
stuff
God.
that he's saying.
Look,
I see why Jigga left that nigga alone, bro.
man, that's
I
crazy.
see why Jigga was like, nah.
Yeah, he's seen that up close and personal. Like, even if is
this
marketing,
is this real or is this a ploy?
but it don't even matter if it's a ploy or not. The whole fact is, why would you even stoop to that level to get some type
Right.
of marketing buzz?
Arrogance.
Yes, it's just. But I don't think it is. I think that we seen this coming a long time ago. Like, he has not been the backpack Kanye since he was the backpack Kanye. He lost
Yeah.
he lost the people a long time ago. He was made to be that. He's what they say you are. You don't know who a person is until they get money. He got money,
Yeah.
and so that's who he is. I don't think that it ain't got nothing to do with his mama. It ain't got nothing to do with the Kardashians, his wife. He
He got
has
moms
money.
knocked off, though.
He got. I don't know nothing about that, but he got money, and that's why he acts the way he does. That's just how. I feel.
At first, I really believed that what he's saying now is a part of that. Like, no, that's just him. But the reason why I think it is a ploy this time is because, first of all, he posted the text message that John Legend sent to him. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, he has a song with T.I. that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, I listened to today. Him and T.I. is basically rapping to each other back and forth about this whole situation with Donald Trump.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that.
That's why I think it's a ploy.
But that's so lame though. At this point in 2018, we can't even play with politics because it just sucks right now. Like we need all the type of positive and the people who has a platform to be with us, to rally with us, and not to be playing with this crazy guy. So I think it's lame as hell. Like he lost me.
I do too. He's
But
lost a
see
lot of
that
people.
that goes into what that conversation we had the other day, bro, about people who voted for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably voted for Trump, bro.
Yeah, he probably did. He's that 1%.
You know what I'm
Why
saying?
wouldn't he?
It's the people like Trump's all about rich people. So anybody in that rich circle, anybody that's got money, you know what I'm saying, they probably voted for that man. So I mean, I'm not gonna say what he's doing is you know what I'm saying, not a ploy, because I agree with you on that. But it's just it's what motherfuckers with money do, dog. They do
Yeah.
a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
If you know, like not just him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just him. It's people who get like Bombshell said, they get all this money in their pocket, and it's like I don't have nothing else to do but do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. That's what the world's coming to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't take the money and give back. I try to make things better. You keep the money and you brag about how much money you got, then you do dumb shit with.
Yeah, I just think that Kanye was that pissy little boy that just thought he was better than everybody else anyway. Like he was
Right.
his mother was educated and I feel like that they were well off. So he probably didn't have to deal with that side anyway. So I think his mother kept him balanced and once she was gone then, all that balance is gone. So
He used to be so humble, man. What
yeah,
happened to the if it
he
wasn't
was
for the
humble,
safe
but he
belt?
was
What happened to that
always
kind of
arrogant. He's always been
Yeah.
arrogant. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's always been a balance, and it was very thin. He would say some real arrogant shit, and he would try to throw in some humble shit. And I feel like
Yep.
yeah, his mother may have helped that, but at the end of the day, it's all because of money, like you said.
I think his old girl used to help him with that
Oh,
too.
definitely that Delta.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
yeah. I think she probably did.
yeah, definitely.
'Cause
Yeah,
once
probably.
once she was at the picture and his mother, he could just really be him, I guess.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly. That's always been him. It's just
Yeah.
he was
You
being
you,
held
you
back.
don't change into that.
Nah.
It's too much. That's not nothing
Nah.
that you like. A change like that can occur over like 30 years. Like
Mhm.
Kanye did that in like a summer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He got Amber Rose and
You don't do
showed
that.
out.
You don't do
Yep.
that. And but you know what? Amber Rose seems like the more normal one than him now.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
But that we didn't know that Amber Rose was gonna be that type of person either. She was just a
Right.
shell, for him. She was a plaything.
yeah.
But it turned out that she has more of a moral compass than he does.
Yeah.
He's whack.
He's whack.
Now, I'm
Yeah.
always quick. I can dun somebody off some just moral things off alone. Like I don't get emotionally invested in an artist. Like I would like their music. I would listen to old music maybe. I mean, R. Kelly, he's done. He's dead to me. But
Obviously.
yeah, but everyone else. I mean, when it comes to if artists do dumb shit, like you don't get passes with me. You a regular ass person to me. So if you doing dumb shit to me, you're done. I won't listen to anything further. Like I'll go back and listen to the College Dropout, but that's about it.
Yep. That's real.
So one thing, on last week's episode, we had a little topic. We got a lot of feedback on that topic. You know what I mean? And since, we got a new guest on here, and I feel like it'd be cool for her to give her opinion on that as well.
Don't laugh, Deuce. Don't
You
laugh.
know what I
Deuce.
mean?
Don't laugh, Deuce.
So
What's the question?
so last week
You know what it is.
we let me see if I can
Don't
remember.
don't be like that. It needs to be presented.
We asked the question:
What was the question?
is Bow Wow a hip hop legend?
Hmm.
I said yes. Jeezy had an emphatic no.
That's crazy.
No.
Emphatic.
That's crazy.
That's how I said it. No.
Is
Fuck no. That's
Bow
what I
Wow
said.
a hip hop legend? Yes, Bow Wow is a hip hop legend. He was doing things that hasn't hadn't been done since Michael Jackson. He was selling out arenas in minutes. He was making double platinum albums. I don't even know a lot of people who's doing platinum. Like I don't know
Only a
anyone.
few.
Yeah, only a few. Like he was making hit after hit after hit. He was an innovator. When he started, then there became the Romeo, the B2K, the 3LW. Everyone else started coming in after that. He created a platform for other young artists. He is a hip hop.
Lil Sammy.
Lil Sammy. Oh, yes, Lil Sammy. Can't forget about Lil Sammy. Thirsty. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey.
I know. Wow.
Hey.
So it took me back. But yes.
He had a jam though. I like the way you look at me. I like the times we.
spent, baby.
I like what we
have grown to be.
I like it.
I like it. Oh.
Don't
Yeah,
you
you
know
know,
I like it?
Yeah, I know that. Hey.
That was
Hey,
it. That was the jam.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn it. Damn it. Like I
Okay.
said, I felt what y'all said. You know, I'm not petty. I'm not a person that's gonna, just take my opinion and run with it. So I started asking people, branching out, you know what I'm saying? And I guess how it was presented at first, now that I sit back and think about the points y'all saying, I can see what y'all saying. But when he said hip hop legend at first, I just took it and was like, oh fuck no. Nah. You know what I'm saying? That was just my reaction. But I see what y'all saying. He do got the accolades and all that, and I'm gonna reason with y'all and I'm gonna say he's a legend. That's how I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna put the hip hop on it.
He's
No, we're gonna do
That's
He's
how
a-
you getting out of
hip
me.
hop legend.
He's a legend in hip hop.
Yes.
Because that's the kind of music
I mean,
he made.
so where would he be? Yeah,
Hey.
exactly. He's not a pop legend. He's not a
I don't
rock
know.
legend.
He's just a legend. That's how y'all getting out of it.
Nah.
He's petty.
Put some respect on his name. I think that's why he be
Hey.
going through so much because
Because of
he-
C. Jeezy.
yeah, people
Himself.
yes,
No.
himself.
No.
He said, "Man,
Hey, let me
See,
put it like
Jeezy
this.
out here
I
ain't
was
giving
hot
me my
for Bow Wow.
respect.
All right. Me and DJ Deuce was hot before Bow Wow. Man, take that.
but did y'all go double platinum?
We could have.
Y'all could have. Definitely. No, no disrespect.
We went
I'm
double
just
platinum
saying.
in the party series.
I'm just, you know what?
We went triple platinum.
I feel like my Bow Wow fandom is like igniting. When I say I had Bow Wow on like every inch of my walls, I was a big Bow Wow fan, and I will
But
always
see-
be a big Bow Wow fan. I don't like Shy Miles. I don't.
Y'all
Like,
the same age. That's what it is.
nah, he older than me.
You had his posters on your wall and shit. That's what it was.
I had his what?
You had his posters on your wall.
His person.
Posters.
His posters.
Posters.
Country. His
I
posters.
did not have any Bow Wow posters.
I had the posters. You know what?
Nah, she did. I know she did.
I was thinking.
I'm just
I was
clarifying
I'll
because
make you some
I had
posters.
no
You
Bow
should
Wow
not have had no
posters.
poster, Spence.
I had shirts. I had everything. Okay.
See,
But it ain't even about fandom. It really is just he deserves his respect. I think that people confuse Little Bow Wow with Shad Moss. Of course, when once he became Shad Moss and he ventured off to acting, he was not Bow Wow anymore. And so I think
there we go. Okay, now you know what? You know what? I'm glad you said that
Okay.
because I can respect that.
Yeah.
I would give you that. I even said that. I even told these Spence. I said it's no disrespect. I'm not saying he wasn't cold. He had his run, and I respect that. And I can admit that he had bangers.
He had a legendary run.
But it don't even. Michael
It was
Jackson
just,
had
it was
dry
just
albums.
Lil Bow Wow is a legend. And then, like you said, when he took the lure off, he lost it.
Yeah, well, when he took the little off, he definitely started transitioning into some other stuff. But I'm just saying that you know, a person can have these accolades and can trail off, but it doesn't take away from what he or she has done.
Exactly. Example: Kanye West.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. That's true. Cause you know, and you know, I
Point for
guess
B
I guess I,
Spence.
I I can agree because you know I'm a legend. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
myself.
right.
So
So you know,
and they base it off. They base it off. You know, back when I was running with Deuce and them, man. That's when I was a legend. And they they still call
legend
me a
to
legend now. So you know, I feel that. You know what I'm
legend to
saying? You
legend,
right.
recognized.
Y'all
Right,
right. Y'all
right.
right. Are you happy? Y'all
Yes,
right.
thank
We
you.
need pop balloons, pop champagne, bombshell, and
Exactly.
and B Spence are right. You'll never hear me say B Spence is right ever again, but he's right.
The thing is, Bombshell's always right. So y'all got the right person to talk today. I'm always
Hey, you
hitting
know
with
what?
some.
And I ain't gonna dispute that. You
Thank
know,
you.
you won
Hey,
that.
I stay
You won.
hitting with the viewpoints. So thank
it's
you.
it's definitely been a dope episode. We're gonna go into our wrap up mode. So in our wrap up mode, uh send some shout outs to anybody you want to go ahead and send some shout outs to real quick. You know what I'm saying? Over the waves.
Okay, shout out to the Allegiance because they the realest, they the illest. Shout out to my new union, Louisville female DJ union group, the Spinster Union. We're dope. They're the ones who got me the Forecastle. Shout out to Forecastle. I'll be DJing there.
That's a major key alert.
Oh my
Major key
God.
alert.
Ring, 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 ring. So I'm really excited about that.
That's the sound for the key alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify. I thought somebody was
That's
playing
dope.
Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
but that's my favorite game of all time, so it still applies. Okay, shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog. Shout out to my son, he is the best. Um, shout out to someone who told me that I better shout them out. There you go. And also, shout out to all the ladies who's out here doing it. Any entrepreneurial um, outlets, get that money, be persistent, and market yourself, and you'll get it.
That's what's up. That's
That's
what's
right.
up.
I'll shout out to the Black Beatles. Y'all dope.
Uh, you know what I'm
Shout out,
saying?
shout out to
We
DJ Deuce.
are, you
You
know,
know
Guys.
what
we
I'm
are.
saying?
Shout out to DJ Deuce as well for the dope
Oh,
ass
yeah.
audio.
Definitely.
Yeah.
People want to get in contact with you across the social medias. Let them know where to find you.
Hit me up at DJ Bombshell _KY. Hit me on Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My email is djbombshell03@gmail.com. I'm always accepting gigs. I do clubs, I do weddings, I do parties, I do events. I don't do a lot of birthday parties though, but I will.
That is what's up. That is what's up. CGZ, you want to throw some shout outs real quick?
Man, shout out to the Allegiance, man. Hey,
Hey,
you know,
hey, hey.
as a future member, you know, I feel like I should shout out my team. You feel
You
not
talk that into
But,
existence. Okay.
yeah, shout out to Bombshell, man. Hey, I'm
Thank
telling you
you.
right now, I've been pushing that for about a year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
I
Hey, it's
appreciate
my
it.
dog. Hey, y'all support her. Of course, shout out to B Spence, man. The Black Beatles in the building. We good. Hey, we taking off. Shout out DJ Deuce, my dog from way back. Hey, appreciate you. Shout out to our listeners, man. We appreciate you, man. We
For sure.
growing,
Definitely.
and you know, just keep pushing us, man. We gonna take it somewhere.
For sure.
All right, let them
Y'all
know
can
where to
reach me
find
at
you.
CG.
Yeah.
You know, you can reach me. Jeezy don't do it. I'm only on Facebook and IG. I'm on Snap, but I ain't letting y'all see yet. I need
Hey.
to give me a Twitter. For real, I need to do that. But yeah,
Oh, you would
man,
be
y'all know,
perfect for
I'll
Twitter.
let
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Can I say something real quick?
For sure.
Black people love to shout out.
Of
Like,
course,
it's so
we gotta
funny.
shout
Black
out.
people love
Hey,
to
you
shout
got
out.
to.
It's like we won an award.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I swear. You said shout. You want to do any shout outs? Yeah, shout out to. I swear. Okay, I'm
The
done.
Pookie and them.
He
That's
right,
what's
what you
up.
said.
That's what's up. I don't think I got too many shout outs. Man, shout out DJ Bombshell for sitting with us today.
Thank you.
Even though we got started late and had some difficulties, but we got it in and got it going.
It
She's
was
been a
my
dope
fault,
guest.
y'all. It was my fault, but I'm at the central office, man. I'm kicking my feet up at the central office, man.
Must
if y'all
be
wondering what the
nice.
background, it's the office, man. It was my fault. Oh, one more. I can't forget this. Shout out Corey Black. I gave you the wrong directions, man. I'm sorry. Please
Yeah.
forgive CG.
Right,
Please
right.
forgive me. I know you took out your busy schedule to mess with the Black Beatles. It's my fault. It's Goldsmith Lane, not Bardstown Road. My bad.
Yes, sir. Goldsmith Lane. So let me get back to my shout out.
Right.
Shout out DJ Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Uh, with the video and the live stream, he didn't want to get behind the microphones, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to him, man. This is the first uh this is the first video we've recorded of an episode. It's the first live stream we've done on the episode.
I love
So
being first.
it's the first of both of those. You know
Yes.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
so we definitely want to do more in the future. As long as DJ Deuce will still deal with us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't too crazy or nothing. And you know, man, just shout out to the listeners, man. I really appreciate the listeners. You know, we still growing. We getting more and more listeners to different areas. Shout out to the West Coast, the California listeners. Shout out to the listeners in Texas, the listeners in the
For
DMV
sure.
area, all the listeners in Atlanta, the listeners in Chicago, the listeners in Detroit,
Dope.
our listener out in London in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Faithfully downloads the
For
episodes.
Yes.
Where else are we at? I don't want to forget nobody. But if I do, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate all the listeners and all the viewers that have been viewing the live stream as well. So we're adding viewers. So you know, definitely appreciate all of that. You can find me on Facebook under my real name is just Britton Spence. You can also find the podcast page on Facebook just under the Ball and Beats podcast. Again, that's Beats with a Z. Find me on Instagram. I always forget my Instagram. It's King underscore.
King underscore Spence 2500.
There we go. King underscore Spence
That's what partners are
2500.
for. That's cute.
That's what I'm. Don't say
Hey,
cute.
bro.
I'm sorry.
Just say that's real.
That's real.
Okay.
Yeah, that was real. Not cute. But
Love that.
hey, bro, I just happened to look up at the screen. I see Bombshell with that glass on looking good.
Thank you.
Free Spence, you got your Solo LeMay shirt on, so we got shout out Solo LeMay.
Oh, yeah.
Who She Want Party featuring DJ Khaled. Man, go check it out. Hey,
Great
and one
track.
more thing, B Spence, tell
What
them,
we do?
Black Beatles in the city this coming weekend is Derby. We
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
we got some. We got some things. We gonna be at a couple places this Derby. I do want to go ahead and one thing I want to keep on the wraps till we there and people see. But one I do want to shout out. It's again. This is from the Allegiance. You know what I'm saying? It's the industry mixer on Derby Day on on this Saturday down at the Hideout. Believe it's from 3 to 7. So it's gonna be industry executives, industry artists, industry workers, just a lot of people there. So if you want to push your music or push your art, push your photos, push your videos, bring all of that. Bring your cards, bring your merchandise, bring whatever you want to bring if you really want to network. We will
That's
be
right.
setting up there as well. So definitely make sure you go out and show love to that. If you want to send us any type of feedback, please feel free. Give us a phone call on our voicemail number that we got here. Give us a call at 502-354-8544. Leave us a message. We will play it on the air. If you don't want to leave a voicemail, you can also send us an email. That's going to be the Ball and Beats podcast at gmail.com. That's Beats
What
with a
is
Z.
Z?
You know what I'm saying? I always got to say that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, welcome. Welcome. I'm tripping. Again, want to thank DJ Bombshell for sitting with us today. Thank DJ Deuce
Thank you
for
for
doing the
invite.
video and the live stream. Shout out to my man CGZ at the remote location. I'm your man
Yeah,
B Spence, and we're going to catch you on the next go around, all right?